Good evening, everyone. It is Monday, February 23rd, 2026. I hope you guys are all doing well. I want to say thank you first off to everyone who wished me well. Last week, because I was over talking, I had lost my voice and allergies, definitely allergies. You guys, I couldn't speak. So Monday, I had done so many readings and astrology readings, which are longer than an hour. So I really wore out my voice. And then the previous Friday, I was talking like all the time, but it was just getting pretty bad towards the end of the night on Friday. And then it really hit me really Tuesday. It was the following Tuesday. I woke up, I couldn't talk. It sucked. So that was more of an allergy, and just because I overdid it. But the previous time before that, as you all know, that was definitely by the whatever they sprayed on the airplane that I spoke of before. But yeah, I've been back to work since last Thursday. So I've been working, but I haven't had a chance to go live. So I thank you all for all your well wishes. I wasn't sick. It was just that I had lost my voice from talking way too much. So I learned a lesson, Spirit teaching me another lesson, that I need to really balance out my schedule. I just get carried away and I like to fit you all in as soon as possible. But I am going to have to, make sure that I watch it so that I don't talk for 8 hours straight without, taking care of my voice. Very important. And other podcasters understand that and especially if you're doing consultations, you're using your voice all day long. Just to do a live show isn't really that bad. But doing hours on end of talking, and all of you that use your voice for a living for your jobs, you guys would get it too. But thank you all so much. I appreciate all the love, all the support, for sure. And speaking of astrology readings, so for those of you that haven't heard, I am now doing astrology and tarot and the crystal ball all in one. You can get all of that done. I'm just offering everything that I know how to do. And it's called Astro Echoes. So it's spiritual as well as astrology. But what I'm doing is I'm comparing your Western tropical astrology with Vedic astrology. So I'm doing both, and I'm looking for what's different. So that's the big investigation about your chart, is to see what's different, what is Vedic showing us that maybe tropical is not. So together, seeing both charts and then determining what you can get out of both. Because I think having both done, that's where you get the most of a picture. You get the big picture, So that's also including a 6-month forecast. So the 6-month forecast for tropical and the 6-month forecast for your Vedic astrology with the comparisons. Also, it's highlighting love, finance, career, and anything else that wants to come through, especially health. Health is a big one for all of you. This year specifically, there's a lot of health, I don't want to say issues, but overcoming. There's a lot of overcoming this year for health challenges. If you have been going through it, there's like a 7-year cycle that is ending for a lot of you out there. So I'll share with you the similarities that I'm seeing, because that's what I've been doing mostly. And that's where all my talking is. I've been doing the astrology, the crystal ball, and the tarot. It's all in one. It's on my website, Astro Echoes. But so what I can share with you, the similarities that I'm seeing with pretty much all of you so far. And I would say there's a few of you that this doesn't resonate, but now May and June are really big for financial windfall, financials coming in and really being amazing, May and June. And what I'm finding in these investigations is that it's with a majority of you. So, and also there's some that I've done in other countries. And so theirs isn't really as apparent, May and June. But the other countries seem a little bit later. And why I'm bringing this up is because I think that has a lot to do with what we're all going to be receiving. Could that be Nasara Jasara? Could that be the assets like the silver that we have, the XRP. So things of that nature. And oh, I hope that you guys can hear me pretty well. I have my microphone right here. But anyways, yeah, so I'm finding that to be very common among all of you, those that I have done these reports for. So I'm very curious to see if that continues, that pattern that I'm seeing. And that's actually what got me into this idea of comparing all of your charts and doing that with you. So it's a one-on-one Zoom. I'm sitting with you and I'm sharing all the research that I found about you and going over that with you. And then I send you the recording. So you'll actually have a copy of the recording so that you can go back or take notes or whatever you want to do. But it is a 6-month forecast in all categories: health, finance, career, love, everything. So it's pretty cool. But anyways, I've been excited about that. So I wanted to talk to you all about it. And we will look at silver and XRP tonight as well, as we always do. And yeah, I haven't been live, I guess, for a couple of weeks now because of my voice. But yeah, I've really enjoyed working with all of you when my voice returned with your astro charts. Very, very fun. I'm having a blast. And I did have an appearance on Janine Steffen's show over on YouTube. Her new channel, she has a new channel, Ripples of Waves. So I don't know if you guys caught this episode. A lot of you were there in the chat right there. But thank you all. That was a cool interview that I had. I will be returning on March 6th to Janine's channel. And let me see if I could find. Yeah. So we have a new show coming on March 6th. So I'll remind you guys when it gets closer, but I'll be back over there. But what I want to talk about tonight is about Trump. Okay. Tomorrow he has the State of the Union. So we're going to look into that. We're going to talk about it. And I hope you liked the little intro. I love it. In the video I made last week when I couldn't speak, I did post a video that's pretty cool of all the amazing videos and clips that I found awesome. I just put them all together and made a video, a big video for you guys. I think it's like 10 minutes long. So if you didn't see that, check it out. It's right here on the channel. It's pretty fun and it's very motivating for the times we're in right now. Very exciting. There's so much going on. The very latest, Mexico, there's no travel zones right now. Cartels going down. I can't remember the leader. I made a little note of the leader that got taken out. El Mancho? I don't know if I'm saying that right. But the drug kingpin, gone. Awesome. Killed by the military on Sunday. So that's awesome. Libs are trapped in Mexico, liberals. Okay. Now they're begging for Trump to help, of course, right? But this is good because, and I have a post I'd like to share from Lance Shetler, actually. Lance Shetler will be back on the show very soon. We just have to chat and pick a date, but he will be here. Very excited to have him back. We're going to talk about everything that's hot and awesome with Trump and all the current events, quantum news update. But what I want to share with you guys is this one, Justice for Humanity. Yeah, so this was shared by Lance Shetler, but the Mexican cartels are the foot soldiers for the satanic baby-eating pedophiles. President Trump has been eradicating them since his first term. This had to happen first so there could be justice for the bigger fish. The more you know. Breaking U.S. Played a role in Mexico-led operation that killed Mexican drug lord. Yeah, the military took him out. But this is humanity being set free. This is a huge, huge turning point right there, what's going on in Mexico. So I'm really happy about that. And then previous to that, last week, Prince Andrew was arrested. Now, a lot of you have been emailing me, and I haven't written everyone back yet, and I apologize. There's so many emails. But no, I do not believe, so the question everyone's asking me is if I believe that was the shock of the world arrest. And no, I do not believe it was. Not at all. Because it's not shocking. It's expected. And yeah, he's always been a baddie. But honestly, all these guys have been arrested already a long time ago. What we're going to see, in my opinion, shock of the world, is definitely in the US. It's not going to be in a different country. That was in the UK. It's awesome. I love it. It's great that they came forward with it. But this already happened. This is something that already happened in the past. So now they're just getting to that point. They're at that point of the storyline to say that, he got arrested and all that. But he's already dead and gone, and it already happened. But so no, the shock of the world arrest did not happen yet. No, that will be US based. It will be shocking because there is an extraterrestrial, I believe, that's involved with this arrest. Who is it? I don't know, but I do think it will definitely be a dark extraterrestrial ET. It's a dark ET that was disguised shapeshifter as human. So that's my spin on it, but I definitely have felt that for some time, the past couple of months, because we need to get that to that point, shock of the world, the shocking arrest that will shock the world, okay? But it does happen in the US. It's not going to be in another country. And a lot of you were also just emailing me for all your opinions because you knew I lost my voice, laryngitis, So you're emailing me and asking me cool questions, which I appreciate that. And one also, so here's another one. This is one popular question that's coming through about Greenland. All right, so this one I'm gonna address this one. So will Greenland be the 51st or the 52nd state? Because Donald Trump has posted here on this post, working with the fantastic governor of Louisiana, Jeff Landry, we are going to send a great hospital boat to Greenland to take care of the many people who are sick and not being taken care of there. It's on its way. President DJT. That was on February 21st. So the question, and a lot of you are emailing me about this, is Greenland going to be our 51st state? Or is it going to be 52nd? Okay, so in my intuitive vibes, what I feel, what downloads, I do think Greenland will probably be first. Canada is going to be in a while. Okay, we're kind of far off from it, but it is going to happen. I can also tell you that Justin Trudeau, I believe the original one's already taken care of course. All of these guys. Gavin Newsom as well from California. He's already taken care of, but we are going to see that part of the storyline play out just as you saw the Prince Andrew thing. He's already gone. They've already taken care of it. All these arrests have already happened. But we're going to see their timing in the story of this, if you want to call it a movie, this story that they're dragging out, but they're actually just playing it. They're playing it how the story goes. This is how it went down. And we are also leading up to the tribunals. Okay, and I have done a lot of crystal ball meditating, channeling, and this has come through many, many times. My grandfather back there, William Bryan, he definitely has also come through. The extraterrestrials, the military, the US military. Okay, so I'm talking about the galactic military and the US military. They are joined forces. So, of the good military and the good ET military, galactic. So they're actually joining forces, and what we're going to see, what they're going to play for us during the EBS, when the EBS happens, which I believe we're getting closer, but a few more things have to happen first. But it is this year, this EBS. We're getting very close to it. And speaking of that, I have another cool post from X that Lance Shetler shared with me. He's so cool. Lance always shares with me because it's hard when I'm doing Zooms all day with everyone. I can't keep up. There's so much. So he shared this. He found this one too. So this EBS screen keeps hitting on Fox. They keep flashing this. This is actually on Fox, okay? And you all saw that even at the Super Bowl, they kind of flashed those colors as well. They're throwing hints out there. They're trying to get all of us that that already know about the EBS. Of course, the sleepers don't know. They're oblivious. But those of us that do know, they're just kind of hinting little at a time that, hey, get ready because it's coming. We're going to have the EBS. So yeah, on Fox, this keeps flashing. Apparently, a few times this has happened. And that was posted on February 21st. So it's been happening this month. That's what this post was about here. But yeah, talking about the EBS, I can give you my intuitive downloads and what I've been getting about that, because it's a very popular question in my one-on-one Zoom readings about the EBS. And I can tell you it's very soon, but I do feel that we have to see people removed. They've already been removed once again in the past, but they're playing, I should just say it, they're just going to play the tape. They're going to roll the tape and let you see what's next in the story. We saw the Prince Andrew thing. That was not the shock of the world, though. The shock of the world is coming. And then I do believe the EBS. And we'll have Trump post to my fellow Americans, or however that will be worded. But yes, there will be, and what I'm going to just try to channel right now, I'm going to try to get a season for you. If my grandfather, I feel that he is with me right now. He's always with me, but he goes to California a lot, and he's with my family there too. But I feel him here. He knows that the show is on. So, and it's really cute. If those of you missed my Christmas, I think it was right before Christmas, I did a show. My grandfather, because Jason's taking a big break for a long time off of YouTube, until further notice, I'll let you guys know when he's coming back. But he's taking a break from all of that so he can concentrate on his life. But my grandfather came through and he's like, I'll do the shows with you. And he always would call me honey, and he called me honey then too. But that's when it kind of happened around Christmas time. He says, I'll do the shows with you. And he's always coming through my readings, helping me. But he's with us now. So let's ask. I would like to ask my grandfather, William, when can we expect the EBS? Is this happening in the spring? I know that the time is different on your side, and that it's very difficult for us to communicate about the exact timing. But can you tell me if it's when the season changes from the cold, shallow winters that they've been throwing at the blizzards in the country? Will that be over? Will it be warm? Will it be sunny? Will it be spring-like? Can you tell me any information for the EBS? Okay, there will be signals beforehand. We are seeing signals now, but there will be more that speed up. It will be very exciting. You will be very excited with all of your friends, your people. Yes, we are all waiting. It will be a change of season. It is not to scare or put fear in the people. They will not be in the cold. Spring. More like spring. I'm really feeling March. I'm not going to give a date. I don't give dates unless my grandpa wants to throw a number. But I don't like to give dates because I don't feel we should put too much energy on a certain day and hope for it. It's just, it never works out. For anyone who predicts, you've noticed it never happens on the day they say. But I really feel he's trying to share with us that it's not in the cold. So it's not going to be in the cold winter season. The winds of change, he says. I can share with you the wind. I know that there'll be wind, and I know that there's change. It will not be cold. It will be a windy day, actually, when the EBS happens. Here in Florida or California. Both. Okay. Florida and California will be very, very windy. Okay. Now, not like a hurricane wind, like crazy winds, right? Because that might be later in the year. No? No. Okay. No. Beautiful wind. Nice. It's going to be breezy. Okay. California, though, he's telling me it's going to have heavy winds. There's going to be destruction with the wind in California. Tell your mother. My mom she's really waiting for the UBS. She's all about it. She's always trying to predict it. Yes, okay. So he says, tell your mother it's going to be very windy just before the EBS. Like the same day or like days leading up to it. I know I like to ask him these questions, usually not live. You guys usually aren't watching me do this all the time with my grandpa, but I ask him like these little, I'm digging, but I need to know, is it going to be, okay. Oh, okay. So it's going to blow my mom's patio furniture around. That means it's pretty strong. To blow her table and chairs, or just the chairs around. Okay. I'm seeing it. It's stormy. It's going to be kind of stormy. That's what it means. The storm is upon us. So right before the EBS, it's going to be, he's saying, for Florida and California. Now, the other states in between, he didn't really address those. But let me ask, what about all the other states in between? Are they going to have some different type of, like any kind of signal for them? I know that you're mostly in Florida or California with us, but back and forth. But what about the other states? Do you think that they will have a cue of the wind or rain or flooding? Okay. Rain, more so rain. Okay, wind and rain then, and some flooding. Is it really bad? No. Not devastating floods, but there will be some flooding, so very heavy rain. Heavy rain in most of the United States, but Florida and California, he's saying very windy, specifically California. If he's saying my mom's patio furniture is going to be moving around, then that's pretty big, And the EBS will go shortly after. That will be the signal. A lot of times we have spring showers in California, I remember. When I was young, it would rain sometimes. I liked the rain because I hardly ever saw it, but now I don't like it. But he's showing me that, yes, it's going to be it's going to look like a storm. The sky is going to be dark. It's going to be windy. No one will want to go out anyways, and you all will have to be home. Should the people prepare? Do they need to prepare with extra food and extra water and all of that stuff? I mean, of course we should, but it won't be very long. The storm will pass and the EBS will last as long as the storm. So it's only going to be 2 to 3 days. The severe weather will be one of their reasons, they will say, as to why all the connections completely blacked out with technical. The technical connections, your computers, all of it will be disconnected and rebooted. Google is going to be under attack. Is this the point in which X will be taking over and Google will no longer be when it reboots? I feel that. I feel that. This also disconnects a lot of cyber spies of the cabal. When the EBS goes off, it will disconnect the cabal and their cyber spying on the people. A lot of this will all be exposed later on, allowing the people to know that they were actually staged in a lot of their life events. Some were controlled by the cabal and staged. He's saying to me that school shootings staged. A lot of these terrible events were staged by the cabal. And a lot of the cyber spies have actually plotted against civilians as well in their private lives. They're very dirty and they get a thrill because of their evil. They get a thrill from messing with people's lives. So they'll all be disconnected. We're all going to go completely offline, all of us completely disconnected. But that's amazing. It's going to disconnect all of their dirty, cyber stuff, what they've been doing. But the EBS, that time, it's huge. That's when it's going to all come out. And also the tribunals, we're going to be able to, I feel like we're going to see that. I hope we do, but I feel it. Military tribunals. So, but remember, because I'm getting it from him as well, that this was already done. It's all already done, but we're watching it. We're watching it, the replay, basically. And they're unrolling it a little at a time. And also the speech that Trump is going to give about the ETs has already been done. It's already been recorded. That's already done. There's going to be a sky show. There's going to be the reveal of the ETs coming and making contact with us and actually showing themselves, because they've been here all along. But what we're going to see is some staged sky event that's really cool looking. It's going to get everybody's attention. It's going to get everyone's attention off of something that's very dark and disturbing that happens. There is a leader that falls, okay? And no, it's not Trump. I'm really sick of, I know someone out there keeps saying that he's going to be gone or whatever and taken out of the movie, but that is not true. And let's back up a little bit. There was just an assassination attempt, but there always is on Trump. But no, he's not going anywhere. He's not. He's the chosen one. He's the one that has chosen. He's been chosen to save humanity. King of the world, save the world. That's what's happening here. So that's why I don't want any of you to ever worry about the times that we're in. Don't worry if, about like, is everything going to work out? Is there going to be a war that breaks out? There might be, but everything's going to fall into place. And we're all going to be okay because he is the chosen one. He is working his purpose. He's here on this mission. And he's definitely interdimensional. So we have nothing to worry about. Trump is going to be fine, and he's here to save humanity. And so is Melania, and so is a bunch of the other. There are good people still there. But there's also that he has in the front with him. But they will all be exposed for who they are. And I'm sure a lot of you already know. Like, I feel like JD, there's something about him that's going to come out shortly. But it's all going to work out. It's all going to fall into place because Trump is the chosen one. I know he is. And I know a lot of you know he is. He's definitely protected by Archangel Michael and all of his other angels as well. But yeah, I don't want people to panic. I don't want you guys to freak out or run to the store tomorrow and get a bunch of stuff and just be in frantic mode, survival mode. I do think that the EBS is in the springtime. My grandfather, he saw wind, rain, heavy winds specifically, destructive. That's going to be pretty destructive for California, Southern California specifically. Yeah, definitely right on board with him. So yeah, spring is our prediction, me and my grandfather. That's what we're coming up with here. We've determined. It will be a warm kind of storm though. He did say it would not be cold. So it has to be the spring. Even where it's raining, the other states will have rain, heavy rain, some a little flooding, but it's not going to be a cold time of the year. So it has to be spring. That's what I'm going to roll with. But anyways, yeah, let's move forward here. That was fun, definitely. Let's move forward and talk a little bit about, he could help me with silver. Let me ask him about silver and XRP, okay? So silver and XRP, and if he wants the cards, I've got the cards too. Silver is going to rise gradually. I feel it in once it turns to March. Okay, so it's what? February 23rd. Okay, we have a few days left of February. So March, as soon as we turn that corner, I think it was at 84 the last time I checked today. It's going to climb. It's going to rise into the 90s, and then it will have a boom and kind of a boomerang effect. I believe it'll go in the 90s. It'll shoot to that 100, possibly even 111, 120, and then boomerang right back down. But it's not ever going to drop to like 60s or 70s. I think it's going to stay 80s. It'll probably be the lowest that we'll see it ever. But once it shoots up again and then boomerangs down and then shoots back up, we're not going to see it ever drop low again. And silver is what's really going to help all of us, humanity, the world, is going to help us to have that financial freedom because it's going to get huge. It's going to hit eventually 200, 300. And I really feel like that will happen this year. I really do. 300 an ounce sometime this year. I feel that. I really do. But it's really going to help people. Nisara Jasara, I also can feel I feel for that. That's definitely happening this year. I'm hoping sooner than better, sooner than later. But obviously, I think the EBS does have to happen, the tribunals, all that stuff. So it could be summer. But like I said, when I'm doing these astrology reports with my Astro Echoes package on my website, for a lot of you using the Western Tropical and Vedic, so when I combine them, look at both and look at the differences, because the old calendar with the 13th zodiac that they hid from us, that has all the super healing ability powers and supernatural abilities as well, all that information is hidden, because that's why they got rid of that 13th sign. But anyway, that's what really intrigued me, and I'm like, I've got to compare everyone's charts. We've got to investigate when the financials are coming. But for a lot of you, we're seeing May and June. And that very well could be the Nisara Jasara, because it's in a lot of people's charts. So the more of you that come and have this investigation done, the more we have to tally up. And I'm keeping score, actually. I have a little notebook over there of all the people I have in a list that they're expecting a financial windfall May and June. So it's pretty cool. And yeah, mine's in there too. So I'm excited. But I think it is either Nisara Jasara or something that they'll call that's more oriented with Trump, of course. Whatever they want to call it, we're fine with it. But it is the return of all of the money that they've taken from us. Okay, so it's definitely coming. I can feel it. But that's what I could tell you is in the investigations with the astrology and then my intuition. We've been feeling it. We all know it. We all have this knowing. We just can't pinpoint when. But I'm hoping for May and June, since it's all in the astrology. But anyways, let's see what else I have here. Oh yeah, real estate. I made a note about that, because in a lot of your reports, the investigating I'm doing, real estate looks like it's getting really, really good, because there's a lot of you that are going to be moving, buying property. And then I'm thinking, well, that could be because of the humanitarian projects. How are all these people going to be thinking about moving or buying property? I'm thinking that's what it is. So that's another clue. So the more reports I'm doing, the more I'm getting excited that we're going to see all that turn. And then Trump has the State of the Union address tomorrow night at 9 Eastern. I'm sure he'll be a little bit fashionably late. That's his thing, and that's okay. But yeah, he has his State of the Union, and I believe he will go over. He's going to go over the things that are very important to the people. So I'm hoping the drop in prices for the cost of living. Maybe he'll touch on real estate. Maybe he's going to touch on groceries, everything, housing, all of it. How much for your mortgage, all that stuff. Wipe mortgages out, wipe out the debt for people. Maybe he'll address that. Maybe he'll even, let's pull cards. Maybe he'll even drop some comms about Nisara Jasara. It's very possible. So let's take a look. Let's see. So will Donald J. Trump, our president, will he talk about on the State of the Union tomorrow evening, will he talk about anything about Nisara Jasara? Yes or no? Will DJT talk about Nisara Jasara or anything like it tomorrow? I'm going to just move them all around again. Yes or no? Here we go. We have the 5 of Pentacles. Pentacles are financial. So the 5 of Pentacles is usually when you're struggling, okay? A country that is struggling to pay bills, to buy their groceries, mortgages, all that kind of stuff, their debt, all the stuff, right? So this is very fitting, okay? So he is going to address the struggles and how to overcome them and what he's offering to overcome. Now, Nisara Jasara, He's going to pull us out of, this would be like, even in a health reading, this would be poor health. So poor financial health, getting the people out of poor financial health. Nisara, yes or no, or will they call it something else? I'm asking my grandfather, William, and Archangel Michael. Will Donald J. Trump talk about giving money back to the people? Not a stimulus, but giving money back to the people on a grander scale. Nisara, the straw man accounts, whatever they want to call it. Okay. Tap the energy out of the cards. Here we go. Let's see. I'm getting the Empress. The Empress is a Taurus energy, so that is also spring. And it is a rebirth, okay? So yes, it is a yes by far, the Empress. It is the rebirth. Yes, he will be leading with a conversation, talking in his speech about giving money back to the people on a grander scale. That was what I asked, on a grander scale. So whether that is Nisara, whether it's Trump Sara, whether it's the straw man accounts, whatever they want to call it, we don't really care. We just need the help, the financial assistance, and we can feel it coming. And the Empress is a beautiful card to get because the Empress is abundant. Okay, that energy, Empress, Emperor, it's abundant. Okay, abundant. So not only is, I'm not just talking financial, he's going to be addressing everything that affects our lives. It's going to be beautiful. We're going through the rebirth phase, the transition, the dying of an old system and the birth of a new one. And that moves a little slow sometimes. So our patience in staying in a very positive mindset and having faith in our President Donald J. Trump, having faith and believing in him as a collective, the more of us that do that, and I know all of you do, but there's so many out there that are doubting and even straying a little bit. And that's all right. They could have their moment, but they're going to see that all of this is going to fall into place. We remember the first card was the Five of Pentacles. The second was the Empress. The Five of Pentacles is like really, it's poor health, poor financial health of the country, of the people. And then he's giving us the Empress. He's making it new again. It's a rebirth of the financials. We will not have to worry about making bills, paying debt, the taxes. They're not going to have to worry about that. You know what? Let's ask that question. Is he going to address about the taxes, the 3-letter agencies? Is he going to give, I don't want to say permission because a lot of us already don't, but cooperate with that system. But anyways, is Donald J. Trump going to give us conversation? I have to be careful. Conversation about the 3-letter agencies or taxes or anything like that, and give the people dismissal. Will the people be granted dismissal from these 3-letter agencies that have been funding pedophilia and God knows what else? Will the people have dismissal? Will Donald J. Trump address this at the State of the Union? Here we go. Wow, my Knight of Wands. Love it. Fiery energy. Trump also has that Leo rising. And fiery energy of the Knight of Wands. And a lot of you that have purchased my cards, you received an extra Knight of Wands. And all of you know that I taught you to put this in your wallet, to put this maybe, near something that is sentimental to you, message, to get a message from a loved one. But anyway, you can manifest with this card, the Knight of Wands. You can, I manifested love this way. It came right in. Happened to be a fire sign. But anyway, to get this card, with the question that I asked. Will there be dismissal for the people regarding the 3-letter agencies that have been making all of the people out there fund these terrible, terrible cabal, terrible, nefarious things? Will DJT address this at the State of the Union? So yes, we are going to get some sort of, could be a calm or it could be straight up, he gives us dismissal from those 3-letter agencies and the control of the system. Knight of Wands. This is good news. This is a beautiful card. He rushes in with good news, the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Cups, he kind of takes his time. So the Knight of Wands is who we want to see, because he, without a doubt, he's on the move. He's doing it. He's moving. Yes, it's going to be a great speech, and it's going to be very long. It's going to be a long one. So make sure you guys tune in. I will be for sure. And hopefully I'll have some quiet time and no one will be here and I could take notes. That would be great. And yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it. And so I'm going to try to come back, guys, on, what is tomorrow? Tuesday? So come back on Thursday morning for a morning show. I will try my best to fit that in my schedule. But hey, I send you all love. This is exciting. I'm so excited. And I want to share screen one more time, my website, arcanashores.net. All of my awesome readings are there. The one I spoke of the most tonight, obviously, is the Astro Echoes. It is on my website. And that, it's an hour and a half. And you get you get the crystal ball, you get tarot, and the astrology, of course, all in one. So I do it all for you. Or if you'd like separate, I have a la carte going on. Express readings are always going to be the best, like for if you can't meet one-on-one face-to-face, so it's pre-recorded. That's $35. One-on-one Zoom just for tarot and just questions and getting through things. Any topic. It could be anything: health, financial, career, love. $111 for an hour. No one beats my prices. And I say that because I'm proud, number one, to be for the people and to be reasonable and always here for you guys. But also, I am just like everyone else. We're all equal in my eyes. So like there's people out there who charge $200, $300, $500 an hour. I'll never do that. I am quality and also great value. So I'm proud of that. And I know, hey, Trump says stuff like that, so I know that I can too. When you know it, when you know your worth and what you're worth to the people and the value that you bring, if you bring it, be proud of yourself for that. That's something I've been having to teach a lot of you, or remind a lot of you, because you all know. But remember your worth, okay? We have to always remember what we're worth, and at the same time, remember that we're all equal and remain humble about that. And just be there for each other, because that's what this whole new era is all about. All of us being on each other's team. It doesn't really matter if you don't get along on certain views or whatever, fine. But the most connection that we have, all that we have in common, that connection is love, but it's the Christ consciousness. And we all share that. And it's all activated within us when we give, like when we just give to someone and we just love wholeheartedly and expect nothing in return, when we're just so giving to and helpful to others, or when you're playing with a child and having a blast and laughing, even laughing with anyone, you are in that vibration of love and happiness, and we all share that. We all have it within us. So we need to just put our differences aside, and just come together and just be there for each other. But getting back to your worth, always remember what you're worth, and we're all worthy of a great, beautiful life. And this country, I know, has a beautiful future ahead. It's just getting started. We're we're just entering this whole new era and and getting out of the muck of lies and deceit and control. We're getting away from that. Like, that's amazing. And yeah, it takes time, but we're here. And I am grateful that we're here because we get to witness it and be a part of it and live longer and be healthier. We're all changing the world together. So, anyways, I could go on all night, but I won't. Anyways, you guys take care. Don't forget to leave questions in the comment section down below. And my next show, Thursday morning, I will definitely bring your questions on board and go over them. But anyways, you guys take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.